Hey guys, welcome to the Casa Gurrya Podcast, and we cover games, anime, shows, movies, and tech. And this is the cast. I'm Don, and we got Alex over here.
What's up, guys? This is Alex. This is the rest of the cast.
We got Liquid,
What is going on, guys? How y'all doing?
and we have Lord Mog.
Happy to be here, folks. Happy to be here.
All right, so the first thing on our list is Splatfest for Splatoon 2 Order versus Chaos, and it comes out sometime in July.
Usually second week, right?
Is this supposed to be an expansion pack or?
No. Splatfest was monthly event, right? Monthly event where you just grind it out to get some. I think they're called sea snails, and with that you get to kind of mess with your armor.
Interesting.
It's interesting. You get a lot more depending on the different variables, whether your team wins, what rank you were in the game, because during Splatfest you have what I think it's 5 different ranks or five different
Something like
levels,
that.
like tiers, 5 different levels.
Yeah, they
And-
also have casual and pro as well.
See, and I was wondering. That's one thing I wondered about, like how many actual snails you got. Whether that was based on personal progress as well as like whether or not your team
Okay.
won. I guess.
I know this question's gonna make me sound super noobish, but like, what genre is Splatoon?
It's a shooter.
I would say arena shooter.
Interesting.
I would basically call it I guess like an RPG shooter because you can customize your build however you want with yeah, basically you can do whatever you want. You want to go for a tank build, speed build, DPS build, you can do a lot of stuff. You're not really too limited on what you can do in terms of how you want to build your stats. But yeah, like I said earlier, we have Chaos versus Order, and we all picked Chaos because Chaos is what's up.
I think it suits us.
We will be winning.
Oh, something to keep in
we
mind.
will be shitting on everybody.
Something to keep in mind. This is the last Splatfest, so with that said,
Right.
Splatocalypse.
with that
Why is that
said,
so hard to
this
say?
is with that said, this is going to be a little odd, but make sure you pick the same team as your friends, because you cannot play with the opposite team.
Fuck that. Pick Chaos. Don't be
Might as
weenies.
well. I mean, I'm not too big on Pearl, but Chaos is the way to go this time around.
You guys
Oh,
want to
wait.
be living in black and white like the Giver? Or do you want like some color in your fucking life? And
Don't forget to
spont-
mention that we got some Splatocalypse gear ahead
Oh,
of times.
Fuck yes.
We
And the
get-
t-shirt
Well,
so
yeah,
you
but
can
honestly,
grind
the
out your
coolest-
set.
Yeah, but the coolest piece of that is on the order side. It's that one helmet. It's
Yes!
like the Daft Punk robot
I
helmet.
know.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
Oh,
wearing right now, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it looks
I like that
badass.
Mohawk biker helmet, bro.
No.
Shit's
I would
pretty lit.
appreciate that skull, that skeleton more if you actually put it on top of your head, like wearing it, not just fucking
Yeah.
having it
like
sit
on
on.
the side.
Yeah, that killed it for me. Like when I originally saw it, I was like, no way.
I think they do
But-
have one like that, but it's a lot
No.
larger.
No.
I think you have to buy an amiibo or something though for it.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's the last Splatfest. We got some cool gear.
Actually, does this make you guys think that we might get a Splatoon 3? Because it'd be weird.
Yes.
It'd be weird
That's
for
what
them
I'm
to
banking
stop.
on.
I've heard some rumors that depending on which side wins depends on how Splatoon 3 will actually come out in the beginning. I'm not too sure about that, but if that does like sum it up, I don't know, that'd be kind of crazy.
You're talking about story wise, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, gotcha. I mean,
I don't know.
I that's the thing, because I'm new to the game, but I feel like the franchise is successful enough to where it warrants a third. I mean,
Oh
am
yeah.
I wrong about believing that?
No, you're not.
Okay,
mean,
all right. Well,
With sudden halt in support for the game, essentially. Actually, I know this is just the
that's actually a good point.
Splatfest, but
Good point.
we are getting our last update for Splatoon on December. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it's just a weapon or two. Like they're just adding some small things and that's it. As far as I know, they're not adding anything else.
Okay.
because of such an abrupt cutoff, that would make sense that they're looking for putting more, I don't know, maybe resources or whether that's
Dude,
employees or whatever, devs
just
on a new project.
think about it. Only 2 years of support. I mean, I
That's a
like the
pretty
game,
short
but
lifespan.
I like the game, but 2 years is a little bit, man.
I mean, it's a lot longer than games like FIFA, though.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Where
that
you
is
literally
that
only
is
get to play the game for a few months, and then you have to buy packs and characters all over again. But yeah, that is a bit of a short lifespan. I wish they did make it a little longer, even add extra updates until the actual third game came out. Um, yeah, have you guys heard about Bloodstain being ported on the Switch and all the bugs
I,
that
I
are
heard,
or issues that people are having?
heard about the bugs. Not 100% sure what it is, what the bugs are.
Okay, well,
What?
for starters, it's a lot of stuff. Corrupted game save data is part of them, where people would boot up the game and it would crash, and they would have to start a whole new record from the beginning. There's a lot of input lag and a variety of other bugs. I'm not too sure about all of them, but I just know that those two were the really big ones. It got so bad that in the community to the point where they had to make a public announcement that they will be releasing uh, several small patches and stuff to fix all the problems. I kind of want it on the Switch, but I don't know if I should wait or if I should go ahead and get it on PC anyways.
Wait it out, dude. Because you don't really play too much outside of the Switch, at least recently. I don't see a
Yeah.
reason for you to not wait.
Yeah, I'll wait it out. Maybe I'll see what's up because I really do want to play the game. I think the last subject we have for games is actually Dissidia and their announcements for DLC and stuff. They announced Tifa. I've never played any of the Dissidia games, but it looked pretty cool.
I hate the third one.
Honestly, I don't dislike it. I think it's pretty cool for what it is. I think it's just that it's a different style of playing instead of it being what is it instead of it being like more RPG tactical. Everybody has their different perks and like their different. Uh, it's more of like your traditional fighter. It takes away the RPG elements and just gives everyone a set of abilities and gives them
yeah,
distinct.
yeah,
So is it like a
made
free roam fighter?
Yeah, it's a free roam fighter, but like everyone's move sets are like set in stone. But you can change some of their move sets, like their AP attacks, but their brave attacks are relatively the same.
Speaking of Dissidia, it's actually free to play. It has a character rotation, kind of like League of Legends, MOBA games.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
own,
Is it
yeah.
free to play?
I own the actual game with the expansions and everything.
So I mean, if you guys are willing to try it out, I'm down. I'll give it a second go,
Yeah.
but
I wouldn't mind beating the shit out of you guys.
Honestly,
Hey,
I don't
TOG.
think you guys should be able to beat me.
Oh snap! Well, actually, speaking of free games and TOG, what's up with that Realm Royale game that I've been hearing about lately?
Oh, dude, that game is older. It's just the Paladins version of Battle Royale. I mean, like I said,
Oh.
it did come out a while back. I've just been playing that on the Switch.
Yeah,
Wait, was it barely released on the Switch, or has it just been
I
around
think
for a
it's been
while?
out for a week or two.
Okay, so it's pretty fresh on the Switch then.
Yeah.
it's actually
Is it
funny.
better than
It's like before
Is it fun?
I learned what it was. Every time I saw Realm Royale, I thought it was just like I mistook it for Fortnite over and over again. Just but like they made a fantasy, like a fantasy patch to the game or some shit. Or like that's
I mean,
what it looked like to me.
it's fun, but it's more basic.
What do you mean?
It has very small RPG elements to it. Like there's mobility skill and there's support. There's either okay, you either have one slot which is just specifically a movement skill. So you could like leap in the air, you could fly for a few seconds, or you could make a roll, you could turn invisible. Then they have the second skill slot, which is either support or offensive. When that speaks for itself.
Okay.
That's it for the RPG thing. There's 4 different characters you can play as, and they all have their own unique perks. Other than that, that's really it. There's a bunch of weapons. There's a bunch of tiers. Those 4 characters, they all have a special weapon that they do slightly better with, not damage wise, just performance wise. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
It's
That
still
sounds pretty
fun.
interesting. I might check it out then.
It's still fun, but
Well, not really. I got a lot of Splatoon to be playing.
I mean, like, it's still fun. It's just
No, listen, I'm willing to try it out.
And honestly, I really like the addition of some of the characters they did. They got Yuna on there and Tifa coming.
I didn't know we were talking about the game we just talked about before.
Oh yeah, you still talking
We're on a
about
whole
Vivian.
new game, Mark. Where have you been?
Oh wait! I zoned out for a second.
And this is
that
why
was like 2 seconds. All right. Anyways, Attack on Titan.
Oh man.
What is up with
First of all, before we head up to the latest episode, I want to talk about the basement episode. And
Oh wait, spoilers very fast. This
Okay.
this whole podcast does contain spoilers, so yeah, I've been forewarned.
So the basement episode, they finally enter that basement after 3.5 seasons.
A long ass time.
They
That's what I would call
they
it.
show a picture of Aaron's dad and the family. And as soon as I saw that, and that's towards the end of that episode, there's a blonde boy, and I'm like, that is fucking Zeke. That is him. I think I told you that. I was like, I'm going to be mad if that's not him. Because before that, when the last thing Zeke said to Aaron was, I'll make sure we come back for you and save you, or something along those lines. And what the fuck do you know? That ends up being his goddamn half brother.
Yeah, some pretty crazy stuff right there.
Man, as I was watching it, I was like, oh my god.
Oh, just wait, it's gonna get even crazier than that, man.
Oh, that's not even the worst. Dude, fucking the Titan who killed Aaron's mom
Yeah.
is his fucking, what would you call it? Stepmom? At that point?
I wouldn't technically call her stepmom.
But they're still
I mean
married.
him. I don't know. That's a very complicated situation.
But
They're
that's
also
his
in a very
dad's-
different country, so I don't know.
That's his dad's previous wife, who is also royalty.
Hey, straight up though, that sounds like some Mexican like drama novela shit right there though.
Like when he realized who that was, I was like, no shit. I don't know, dude. That shit was fucking trippy as fuck.
Like the amount of buildup that they did for that is just insane because you go back to that, you can go rewatch that very first episode and then it'll hit you like that. You're like, damn.
I know her.
All right. So what's up with Demon Slayer? It's been gaining a lot of traction lately. I think it's actually is it still the most popular series right now or like new
I
series?
think so. It's expected to be the anime of the year.
Damn. So what's going on with that?
Right now it's on a 2-part. I think it's like a 3-part episode where they enter. Obviously they're demon slayers. Their only objective is to
Slay demons.
to kill demons. And right now
wow.
they're he accidentally ran into some kids. They explain the situation, and right now they're in some fucking, what are those big like those, it's all in, I think it's Japan. You guys know those like buildings with just like a shit ton of rooms? It's like a bunch of rooms with the sliding doors.
Oh yeah, I mean
They're in a place.
the scalar type of building probably has a name. I don't know what it is, but
They're
Just
in
call
an
it
area
a
like
traditional
that.
Japanese fucking mansion.
Yeah. Well, they're in an area like that, and they're fighting a demon that can basically change the rooms if you're in there, and just control that entire place. So right now it's cool. The latest episode right now has like a really hype scene that everyone was expecting because it's also in the intro.
Okay.
So I'm waiting. Tomorrow's the newest episode, and I'm excited to watch it because I think that's the like I said, it's a 3-part, and this is gonna be part 3.
Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to catch up for that. Next up on the list is One Piece, which no one else in this
One
group
piece
besides
of
me
shit.
watches. I'm gonna make sure that gets muted. Anyways,
One Piece, more like no piece. Am I right?
all right, motherfuckers. But seriously though, like on a serious note, the latest episode was over the group looking for Marco, and they find him hiding in this island. For those of you that don't know, oh my God, Alex, I swear to God, if you don't stop. Marco was the second commander, or no, he was actually the first commander for the Whitebeard Pirates. Everybody, if you watch the series, you know who that is. But basically, they went to go look for him and try to recruit him for the war against Kaido, which is pretty crazy. You end up finding out that on that island that he is on, that's where Whitebeard was born and raised, and he always protected that island. So after the Blackbeard War, he went to that island. He's basically just living out his days, retired. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna end up coming back at any point later on in that arc. Um, did you guys watch that Fire Force trailer? I asked you.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts on it?
I can't even remember. I gotta check.
That thing looks really high quality. That's the first impression I got from it, and I wasn't necessarily expecting that because, anime nowadays it's hard to find something that's that level, after One Punch Man, But it's cool.
Season 2, you consider that high quality, bro?
No. Sorry, season 1.
Okay.
Season 1.
What about you, Mark?
Wait,
Lord Mog?
I'm not done.
Okay.
I like the theme, firefighters, and it just looks like it's a crazy, like I guess, over exaggerated level of firefighter.
Yep, it's pretty cool. What do you think about it, Lord Mog?
About the
Fire Force trailer
I
that I asked you to watch earlier?
haven't seen it, honestly. Yikes.
Mark the
okay.
liability. I mean, Mog the liability.
What about you, Liquid? Did you just finish watching it, or are you still watching it?
I mean, I could watch it
I'm
right
actually.
now.
This is from
Check that. What?
Give us your live reaction to this. What do you think about it so far?
Oh, it actually seems pretty cool. I mean, from just 2 videos.
See, what's
I mean,
weird
art
is that,
style, animation. Okay. Sorry, what? Go on.
I was gonna say, but it's weird because it looks like these firefighters have fire abilities.
Yeah.
Which is
It'll explain that in the first episode how that works. That there's like different generations come with different abilities to counter, and it'll go into detail about how they have their abilities and everything.
I have a small sentence because some guys, I was reading some comments and some guy said, he quoted, "I'm gonna become a hero." Ah shit, here we go again. And then some guy said, "It's not as simple with this. Shinra's reasoning for why he's doing what he's doing isn't at face value, like a lot of what's come before." I don't know. Isn't this a
I would just wait before like actually spoiling stuff, just so people
shonen?
can experience the first. Yeah, it is a shonen. I wouldn't go too deep into that because that's people giving their thoughts that have read the manga or that are currently reading the manga. But
okay.
So here's a fun fact for you, motherfuckers. This series is made by the same dude that made Soul Eater. So yeah, that's actually pretty badass. Whenever I first heard that they're making this series, I hopped up on it. It's similar but different. The art style.
Similar. Speaking of similar,
What's up?
I noticed similarities with all the characters, with some of the characters here, from Soul Eater.
Yeah.
I like the girl with black hair.
Yeah, so I never watched that either.
With ponytails. I guess you could say the main character with the teeth and the eyes. But then again, as far as these guys go, a lot of people have it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool series. I liked it.
I'm telling you this is going to become one of my favorite animes if it's good and the animation quality stays like what we see here.
Yeah, I hope the quality stays good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that shit. What's up with One Punch Man? Where are we at?
This
Alex?
last episode, basically, there is it okay if I spoil? Well, I mean, I guess spoiler.
Yeah. Where to give?
There's a hero hunter, and at the same time, while this there's this hero hunters out there. He's actually killing the heroes. While this is all going on, there's also a monster association. Then both of their goals, even though they're not working together, is to just kill everyone. This latest episode basically shows a fight between the hero hunter and I think like 7 or 8 like class A and class B heroes, and it actually shows the entire fight, which is amazing because they did not do this at all with any of the other episodes in season 2. The animation quality is still kind of like but it's better than what we've seen. What they've shown so far. Towards the end of the episode, you get some really hype shit, so I recommend watching it. It involves Genos and the Monster Hunter, the
Oh, you
hero
mean
killer.
so they haven't revealed his name yet?
They did. I just don't remember
It's
his name.
Garo.
Okay, Garo.
Garo. Yeah, that I actually like that arc a lot, which is why I've been really pumped to watch this season. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I'm telling you, dude, if the animation was as good as season 1, at least this part specifically would have been fucking amazing.
Yeah, they show a lot more of the S rank heroes, and they introduce several new characters as well. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Garo is one bad motherfucker.
Hell
He's
yeah,
fucking-
dude. The only hero that beat him was that dog guy. I don't remember his name.
Oh fuck yeah!
The guy in
Whenever
the dog
he
costume.
whenever he shows you that he broke his limiter as well.
Yeah.
So he's basically like Dog Saitama at this point.
So yeah, that's something that I cannot wait for, especially in the next episode. I think it's going to be nothing but fighting too.
Okay, so the next thing is Neon Genesis being put out on Netflix, and the subtitles that they've chosen to put or to not put. You guys heard about that?
Yeah, we talked about it briefly. I think it's dumb, especially since the big.
What is dumb about it?
Okay, well,
actually,
well,
Aren't they
also,
removing LGBT stuff?
yeah. I just wanted to clarify for the group because
Oh.
we know what we're talking about.
Okay,
that's the thing.
so
Yeah, clarify, because I don't know, and also anybody in the audience
they have okay.
would know,
There's
or may not know.
from my understanding, there's gay characters. There's just some gay stuff, LGBT stuff. It's whatever.
Really?
They're trying to remove the subtitles.
No, they weren't trying to. They completely
they did.
removed
Sorry, they did.
a lot of the gay subtitles. I mean, they changed a few things about the actual subtitles, but
Wait, what is a gay subtitle though? I don't understand.
like anything where they were like having like gay scenes and talking about their homosexuality or
okay, all right,
whatever. That's what it is. Anti-LGBT subtitles. They're removing any of the gay stuff, and they've gotten a lot of backlash for it, which is pretty surprising because Netflix is pretty progressive. So I don't know why they would choose to censor a lot of that.
Is this the live action? No, right?
No.
This might not be
I think
Netflix.
it's one of the movies. It's either the movies redone, because I think that's the only thing where they had stuff like that was in the movies.
This
with,
might not be
other extra
Netflix is
characters.
doing.
No, well, I think they're the ones that did the subtitles for it.
Oh, that's even.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad then.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking bad. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it. I like the original series, even though it is overrated. Sorry, not sorry. But let's move on to shows and movies. And actually, we only have movies this time. What's up with Toy Story 4?
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything for Toy Story. I know we said we were gonna spoil. It stays true to the real audience, which is the adults. So it's good. All I'm gonna say is that the first 10 minutes is a tearjerker for old fans.
So how many
And-
times did you cry, Alex?
Can't even count, dude.
Pussy ass bitch.
Don't fucking hate.
Okay. Has anyone else seen it besides Alex?
I haven't. That weekend I watched Child's Play. So
Okay, we'll get to that in a second, actually. But so, what is like Just give me a very quick summary of what's the movie about?
Toy Story or Child's Play?
No, Toy Story 4, dude.
Oh, well,
The way 3 ended was that Andy, the grown ass Andy, he fucking gave up his toys. I don't know why it took him so long to get rid of his toys, honestly, but gives them to
clearly
that little girl.
he has he has
Yes,
attachment to them, dude. He's attached to them.
I don't know, bro. It's a little weird.
You wouldn't
to
keep
have
something that was your favorite childhood toy or toys?
No, he didn't keep like one toy or two toys. He kept like
Well,
a
no.
fucking array
To be
of
fair, he
toys.
kept his toy chest full of them, and I don't think he ever played with them afterwards. But I think they were there. I think they
we're
were
getting
there.
off tangent. So he gives the toys to the girl, and then I don't know where does Toy Story 4 start? What happens?
Okay, so basically, most of this has been introduced in the trailers, but you know, they go on a road trip. You know, the kid, which is her name is Bonnie now. She makes a
That's his sister, Andy's little sister.
no. Bonnie's just some random.
I thought it
Uh,
was his little sister. Remember Bonnie?
no,
Like, no?
Bonnie's no. Bonnie's not his sister. Bonnie's
Oh,
just some random. She is the daughter of Andy's mom's friend. If that makes sense.
oh.
Okay.
Um. Well, anyways, she makes a spork and she makes a little toy out of it. He becomes a toy, and the entire journey is basically making him understand that he's a toy because he has a different mindset. And I'm not
So
gonna
he has
tell you what.
Okay.
identity crisis. He has
Yeah.
identity crisis.
I mean, he's a tool, not a toy. But all right, that's pretty interesting. I might have to check it out. How do you guys feel about Avengers re-releasing in theaters? Is it DLC, as some of the memes are saying, or is it locked content?
I mean, let's just be honest, dude. It's DLC.
Is it really though? How much longer is the movie?
I don't know by how much, but from what I understand, it's just the ending that they're paying homage to specific people. They didn't really say who, and then there's
Wait,
some extra stuff at the end.
hold
So
on.
after
So they're just releasing kind of like a director's cut in theaters? Is
No,
that
they're
what it
releasing
is?
the same movie, but with little things at the end. It's not, from what I understand, it's nothing too,
like end credits, because I heard that they have something in the end credits.
yeah, end credits.
So these guys, you're telling me that they released the movie originally, and they released no end credits, and now they're re-releasing the movie, so you could go back to theaters to go watch it for the end credits.
Yes, people are
That's lost
theorizing
content,
that
bro.
people are saying that this is because they're trying to beat the Avatar.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were trying to
I mean,
do that.
to be fair, they're really close. It's just I thought it would beat it. I guess not. I think the record for Avatar was like 40 something days, and
Damn.
I think it's
Wait, what do you mean
already
record of 40 days?
it made the 2 billion. Oh, sorry, it made. I don't even remember how much it made in 40 days.
Made a fuckload of money.
But
Oh,
yeah,
Avatar, yeah.
it made a lot of money in
I-
40 something days.
Does this
Yeah,
still
I
hold the
kind of feel like
record
it's a
for
cop-out.
most expensive movie ever made?
Something like that, possibly.
Well, I mean, no, I mean it did hold that record. I'm wondering whether or not it
Okay.
still does.
I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I'm not gonna go back to theaters to go watch that. I watched the movie 3 times already. 4D the first time, which I highly recommend.
I don't
Totally
know.
worth the money.
No, you know what? I don't know if I can recommend that.
I
To be honest,
think it was a pretty great experience.
It was a good experience, but it didn't have a lot of what I thought it would.
What do you want Thanos to like physically come out and smack you himself?
Hell yeah, dude! I'd be like, yeah.
Well, too bad. All you got was some little water droplets in air.
Nah, it was a good
but-
experience, but I don't think I can recommend it. Maybe one time to
Yeah.
see what it's like, but not all the time.
No, of course not. But for that movie, I think the occasion was like worth it. Like I said, I'm not gonna go watch that. I think it's kind of a cop out that they wouldn't release that
Well,
with the
to be
original
fair,
movie.
to be fair, they're gonna release that with the movie, and someone's going to record that and upload it somewhere. So it's not like oh well, we're never gonna be able to see that.
Well, why wouldn't they just wait to release it on Blu-ray though, instead of just doing that? I don't know. I don't like the fact that they did that. I wouldn't go back to watch it a fourth time, anyways. I think 3 times was more than enough for that movie. What about you guys? Dude, stop.
Well,
Stop.
I didn't watch it the first time. So.
I'm gonna wait to watch Toy Story 4 when it comes out.
We're talking about the Avengers. What are you
What
talking
the
about?
fuck, Mark? Where are you at today, bro?
What?
Where are you at today?
Oh, that's awesome.
All that talking
He's
is
where he
for
needs
him
to
be
be,
like,
all
oh
right,
yeah,
all right.
Toy Story 4.
Wait. We're on the Avengers re-release.
Dude, yeah, we've been there for like 5 minutes already, dude.
Oh yeah, Toy Story.
Oh,
All
dude.
right, let's go. Let's move on to a subject that Mark actually knows what's going on with.
Child's Play. Do you
How
want to
wa-
explain what Child's Play is? To start off with?
If you've ever seen a Chucky movie, you know what Child's Play is. I was
I used to
I've
shit my
been
pants watching those movies.
I honestly, I've been following Child's Play since I first found out that they were actually doing a remake in January. It was weird because the original creator of Child's Play is actually still ongoing, like Universal's version, because Universal has the rights to the second and all the rest of the films after the second film. And they're creating a television series on the Sci-Fi Channel with all the original cast members or whatever, and the same
Really?
premise and all that. Yeah, so like the first Child's Play series isn't even dead yet, but MGM and Orion Pictures, who own the rights to the first Child's Play, decided to remake and reboot the Child's Play series. And a lot of people on the production team weren't even really about it until this guy presented them with the script, and the script won them over because the script was like really emotional, really well written, and the whole premise of the idea behind it was like it was really fresh, I guess. So they decided to go through with the movie, and a lot of like the people they brought on, like Aubrey Plaza, what is it, the guy who plays Detective Mike Norris, and a lot of people like Aubrey Plaza said she would have never did a horror movie. She's like a comedic actress, but you know who Aubrey Plaza is, right? Parks and Recreation.
Well, yeah, but you should Mark, have you seen Legion by any chance? The show Legion?
No, I haven't seen Legion, but
you should check that out. She's in that. She plays an awesome role.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll look into it because I heard good things
really
about
fast. So, what's the main difference between this Child's Play and the original one?
So I'm gonna get into that. So like the script was really good. A lot of people signed on for it. The producers who produced the original It, so the It creative team who did the new It, was on board with creating the new Child's Play and whatnot. And so what they did, the main difference was that they created, instead of doing the voodoo element and the black magic aspect of the original Child's Play where the killer transferred his soul into the doll using voodoo, they scrapped that completely, which I thought was good because mostly in the writing for Child's Play and their ongoing series, Don Mancini kind of uses the voodoo as a cop-out in the writing. It's always like, like there's a plot hole here, so let me just fill it in with some voodoo and it fixes everything. So he uses it way too much as a quick fix. So I always hated that. So like in Bride of Chucky, I hated the idea that they introduced the pendant like way late whenever he was always trying to possess Andy in the first 3 films. And like that whole dynamic and trying to fix that whole plot element by incorporating a new spin on things kind of really just
how does he become Chucky now?
Flabbergasted me. Well, this time he's not a human being. He's a robot who's okay. So like
he's an
Chucky,
AI.
What?
Buddy is a smart toy, kind of like an Alexa or a Siri or like an artificial intelligence with the capability of like controlling all your Caslin. Like Caslin's like an Apple in this world, and he can control all your apps. He can turn on your TV. He can do a lot of smart shit and like control your thermostat and all this stuff. and he has a lot of accessibility like to the cloud and stuff. So he can like download knowledge and everything. Well, some in a sweatshop in the very beginning of the movie, this factory worker is being mistreated by his employers. So he goes ahead and goes into the code and removes all the safety parameters on this buddy doll, and pretty much like makes it to where it's sentient and can like learn whatever it wants, and basically becomes like aware of its surroundings. So it's not programmed. It's still programmed to imprint and like follow the orders of whoever friend is, but he has like no like safety parameters in terms of like violence or his emotions or like safeguards or whatever. So in the movie, he becomes really good friends with Andy, and there's this whole part where you're kind of like getting to know him, and he's not like a bad guy. Like he's like a good doll and everything. Like he's really innocent in a lot of ways. He's just like a new kid in the world or whatever. But he learns, like picks up like cussing and starts learning things from the kids, and then they're watching like horror movies and stuff, so he's like learning about violence and stuff like that. And as soon as Andy starts making friends and starts to really come out of his shell, the doll becomes very possessive, jealous, and starts looking for ways to satisfy Andy. And this is kind of like what pushes him over the edge. And then he becomes something like much more sinister, and like he becomes a little bit more because he's sentient. He starts to learn from his mistakes, and he understands like he gets trust issues and goes through. It's like very psychological. So the take is very fresh and it's very psychological and it's really well written and it's very emotional script. Like you feel bad for Chucky the entire movie, and you
I
kind
don't
of feel
know.
bad for everyone involved. And it's kind of like it's kind of like it's like a social commentary on like how technology kind of sort of takes over in our world, and it's how it's always about buying the new model, getting rid of the old model, and like it really fits our culture nowadays. So I'm not
It's
surprised.
9 o'clock.
I'm not surprised it's getting really great reviews. It's gotten amazing reviews so far. It's certified fresh, and there's a
Classic.
lot of people. There are a lot of people calling it better than the original, but I personally think it's better than the original. That's just what I think, because I think it's fresh and that they did a really amazing job in terms of the casting, the acting, and forming the plot, and really humanizing the character. And like it's not the same Chucky. Like it's not the same Chucky. It's much more innocent, much more different. But it's like you can understand his mindset and his motive a lot better. And it's I don't know. It's a must see. I think it's pretty much my favorite in the
So what
franchise.
you're basically telling me is that the new Chucky is a jealous girlfriend that's playing Marvin's Room in the background.
Well, yeah, it's a very toxic
Are you
relationship.
drunk right now?
He's a very toxic
Hello?
relationship between him and Andy.
I don't know, man.
Definitely
It
sounds
kind of
like an
sounds.
interesting take on it.
Yeah.
It is interesting,
Oh,
but I feel like it kind of has a few plot
but
holes,
okay,
especially
okay.
with it being an AI. Hold on. Especially with it being an AI and it being like uh sentient and everything. Why is this hoe hung up on a fucking kid?
Because he's
Whenever like
automatically
it's evolving and growing every day.
because he's programmed to imprint on his best friend, because the buddy doll imprints and follows the orders of whoever he imprints on. So that doesn't change. So he is like devoted to Andy and will do anything to be Andy's best friend. And that includes getting rid of the people in Andy's life that will get in the way of that, or the people that Andy hates and dislikes. He's like,
So what you're telling me is that they removed all safety all parameters and limiters except for that.
yeah, well, he's still devoted and programmed to follow the orders and to do whatever his best friend do, whatever to,
I don't know, man. That kind of sounds like a cop out to me.
It's not really it's not really a cop out though. I feel like it's really not a cop out though, because towards the end of the movie he does kind of turn on Andy, because Andy does kind of like betray him, and like there's this whole like dynamic where Chucky is hurt and he's really betrayed, and he goes. But what I really want to get to is like the kills are so innovative in this film because Chucky has like so much more tools and capabilities being connected to the cloud and able to control and use other like devices and like thermostats and saws and shit, and he can control things. Like he's much more dangerous and much more scary in that aspect because
Okay.
he can pretty much
Is
lock
it
down your house and fucking kill you with your appliances.
is it more of a slasher film or is it like an actual horror movie?
Psychological
Like, are you
thriller.
genuinely scared or is it just like
It
entertaining?
No, there's some jump parts. It's a slasher. There are a few jumps parts that I jumped at, like especially in a couple of the kills. But it is a lot more thriller on the edge of your seat. You don't really know what the fuck is gonna happen the entire time. Like it's kind of unpredictable. Like the deaths are predictable because you kind of see that he's gonna kill this person, but you don't know exactly how he's gonna do it because there's so many different variables on how he can kill the person. But it keeps you on the edge of your seat because you're like expecting that like holy shit things are going south, or like whenever things are starting to progressively get worse, Andy's starting to realize that oh my god, my fucking killing people. It's like it gets super fucking you get on the edge of your seat, like you're it's weird because you're empathizing with the doll because you feel bad for the doll because he doesn't know any better kind of, but at the same time, the shit that he's capable of, the lengths that he's willing to go to in order to protect and preserve that friendship is the way they execute is phenomenal, as well as with what they did with the character development. The little time that they had and the way they developed the characters was really, really well written, really well done. And the score is really nice too. Like the guy who does the Walking Dead score did the score for this movie and did an impeccable job.
Okay.
It's definitely worth the
I
watch.
might check it out.
They're saying they're calling it, like critics are calling it like no horror remake has done what Child's Play has done. Child's Play has been able to take the old and make it fresh and new for a new generation, whereas a lot of horror remakes where they fail is trying to replicate the past. But the only real reason I think that makes Child's Play a success is because the ongoing series is still going on. They have the rights issues, and they couldn't make it exactly the same. But the way they did it was really smart and really innovative, and they did a really good job with the marketing and with getting the right cast members together because they got Mark Hamill to voice Chucky, and he's done the Joker and tons of other voices. I think he was in Avatar: The Last Airbender. He did voice acting in that too, and some other roles. He's a brilliant voice actor. So they did a really good job in terms of creating the movie, and it's doing fairly well. I hope they make a sequel because it's honestly my favorite Child's Play movie now.
How'd they make another? Well, I'm not even gonna ask because that's spoilers. But all right, that sounds pretty interesting. I might have to go check it out soon.
Okay, well, like I can give you this one detail just to answer that question. It's not going to really spoil anything.
No, just don't say anything, please. I'd rather not hear. I'd rather just like experience it without any little hints or details. But I know this movie has been out for a bit already, but I just recently watched Godzilla. I don't know if any of you guys have watched it.
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I have read the reviews and they seem to good.
It is fucking amazing. Like, it is fucking badass, dude. It is so fucking cool. Like, the whole time I was watching it, I was amazed. It's really, really, really badass. There's like so much fucking action throughout the whole movie.
Is that what you like about it, or?
Yeah, fuck
I mean,
yeah. That's what a Godzilla movie is
looked into
supposed to be.
I haven't seen
That's why I enjoy.
the Godzilla movie since like the one in 2000 came out.
Oh, dude, that one was
Really
so
more.
bad.
I was a watcher of like old Godzilla, because I'm an old man. But
yeah, but dude, it is badass. Like they show you like exactly like how massive and how strong these creatures are. Like in the trailer, if you watch it, it'll show the pterodactyl fuck. I don't remember his name.
Rodan, man.
Rhydon.
No, I don't remember their name.
Is it Rodan or Rhydon?
Rodan.
No, it's Rodan.
Yes, Rodan.
This isn't Pokemon. But he comes out of this fucking what's it called? This volcano. He comes out of this volcano and he fucking starts flying out to the ocean. And as he's flying, the force of the wind is just like destroying everything. Every single flap that he takes just does devastating damage everywhere. There's people flying, buildings collapsing. Like, it really gives you perspective as to how tiny and insignificant humans are to these massive creatures, or the titans as they're called. uh I highly recommend anyone that has not watched this movie yet to go
Caesar,
watch
could
it.
I ask you a question about Godzilla without you really like fully spoiling it?
Yeah, go for it.
So how like I know like Godzilla King of Monsters, but like in the first film, like Godzilla was sort of kind of somewhat the enemy, and they were trying to get him under control. But how do they get how like I know you're gonna have to try quite carefully, but like how do they use Godzilla, or how does Godzilla come into the fray into protecting humanity?
They do not use Godzilla. Basically, I'm gonna put it to you like this: you see the boulder moving towards you, and you need it. You can't stop the boulder. You can't just stay out of the way of the boulder, so you slightly push it into a different direction. That is that is that is a take that they use.
That reminds me of
Hold on,
SpongeBob.
really fast. They literally, like, when I'm telling you this, like, humans are so insignificant to this. Uh, yes, they do play a role in the movie, but it lets you know how minuscule they are, and they do help out in certain parts, but it's not them directly manipulating Godzilla or something like that.
So it's like,
Yeah, 'cause this isn't a Transformers story. It's a war of titans and monsters.
so it's more like instinct.
What do
Yeah,
you
more
mean,
like that.
Instinct?
Yeah,
I
interesting.
said instinct. No,
Oh,
more like a fuck. What's that old arcade game that's just wars
Rampage.
against monsters? Rampage. Yes, thank you.
oh hell yeah, I miss that. But
Yeah, but
yeah,
never mind.
like I said, I recommend it. If you haven't watched it, it's fucking badass. Or wait till it comes out in Blu-ray if you have a surround sound system. Fucking great. I give it a 10 out of 10. Or at least 9.5 out of 10. It's
Hey,
pretty
we should
badass.
we should rate all of these movies for the people who have seen them, starting with Toy Story 4. Alex.
Give him a rating?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I give Toy Story a 10 out of 10.
Okay. What about you, Lord Mog? What do you give Child's Play?
5 out of 5, man. 10 out of 10. Full score.
Well,
Avengers
clearly
Reloaded?
we're all very fucking biased in the movies that we're talking about, but I also give Godzilla a 10 out of 10.
I mean, I'm only saying that because I respect like the writing, the acting, the atmosphere, and the set design. And I'm not just talking about Chucky as like a franchise, and I'm doing it completely like detaching it from the original, like as its own movie standalone. You got to kind of like go in there understanding that this is not the same Chucky as Universal's Chucky. He's different, and in a lot of ways, I mean, Charles Lee Ray, yeah, like he's fucking capable of murdering because he's a sociopath and likes to fucking kill people. But this guy is like fucking like a psycho girlfriend who's willing to fucking kill anyone who's like gets close to whatever. And also his kills are way more innovative and way more dangerous in terms of how he uses technology to kill people.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move us ahead before we start looping in a circles. But
I think we're about
That's
at
all
the
we
end.
got.
oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, this was a really short podcast this time.
It was
I
about an hour.
fucking blame everybody besides me for that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Nah,
Yeah.
I suggested like 3.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
All right. Well,
that's basically it. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'll go first. My name is Alex. You can also call me Neurotoxis, previously Tyranny. I'm the jack of all trades. I got too many names. Got to take them all down. And my Twitter handle is Neurotoxis, or at Neurotoxis, Neurotoxus. Same thing for YouTube, youtube.com/NEUROTOXUS. And I guess Twitch too, which I don't stream too much, but you can find me there at twitch.tv/tyranny, TIRANY. That's it.
What about you, Rob or Liquid? Do you have any social media platforms you would like to inform us on?
No shareable platforms at this point, but I will. Uh, I'll be every place in not too long here. Mainly, what I'm going to be focusing on is being on Twitch, streaming pretty consistently each week. So that'll be probably my main platform, I'm thinking.
Okay.
But I'll also be on YouTube as well as.
Do you have any ideas as to what you will be streaming?
It's no real focus as of yet, but I wouldn't necessarily say a variety stream, but it's either always going to be some type of adventure game or a shooter, most likely, an even split between those. But that's not all. If
Okay.
it could be anything, honestly, depending on what comes out, depending on what I enjoy, and depending on what other people enjoy.
Sweet. What about you, Lord Mog? How can we find you?
Well, hi everyone. My name is Marketilius, also known as Marketilius or Magatham1. You can find me on Twitter at Marketilius, MARKITILUS. That's the same with my Instagram handle, is at Marketilius, MARKITILUS. I'm also on Twitch. You can find me on Twitch /Magatham1, MOGATHM1. And also, I have a website for showcasing a lot of my literature work. I'm currently working on a novel. I'm a writer, as is Caesar too.
This guy.
As is Caesar, and you can read
Who's
some of my
Caesar?
work at or Dawn. I mean, you can read some of my work at Lightwings.
I just been doxxed, bro.
Lightwingsepics.com, and you can check out some of my concept art on my Instagram and Twitter as well. So feel free to follow me. Marketilius Productions. Coolio.
Okay. And I'm your host, Don. You guys can find me at Don Gurrya on YouTube, Twitter, although it's pretty empty right now. I'll have stuff for Instagram as well pretty soon. I basically just upload a bunch of random stuff. I've mainly been playing Splatoon lately, but we got a lot of summer stuff coming up, so we'll be hopping all over the place. And that is it. Peace, motherfuckers.
Wait. Before we actually end,
Oh,
our
shit.
Casa Gurrya channels, man. We
Oh,
got on
fuck.
Facebook.
How
Just look up
insensitive of us.
Oh yeah, of course. We're over
Facebook.
promoting ourselves. We forgot to
Shut
promote
up.
Facebook.
Shut up.
Sorry.
On Facebook, look up Casa Gurrya. Our Twitter handle is at Casa Gurrya. Is that it?
And Anchor.
Oh,
of
YouTube.
course.
We
And-
don't.
and
Man.
We're on Anchor, Spotify, YouTube,
Apple
Apple
Podcast.
Podcast.
we're fucking everywhere, man. We're taking over this shit.
Anywhere that Anchor will let you stream to, we will be there.
Mhm.
YouTube, look up Casa Gurrya. We don't have an actual custom link as of now, so keep a lookout for that.
And also, website coming soon in the works. We're planning on launching in, let's say, what is it? Late August or September?
Ooh. Sure, I'm down for that.
Yeah, so we'll be
Okay.
working on a website coming soon.
News to me.
You're gonna be able to find all of our podcasts, everything Casa Gurrya related, as information on all the Casa Gurrya Callahan members. So stay tuned. More to come. Devs, definitely.
Yeah, we're mainly just working on getting set up right now. It's a lot more work than we thought it was, especially with such a small group, but we're getting there.
Not just a small group;
And
it's the
we
fact
will
that we
be-
have a big group. It's hard coordinating everybody to get all this done.
Yes, but we are doing it. That's basically it. Later, motherfuckers.
Hasta luego.